Turning it, Carlos Henderson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Focus. Eight.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Aaron Donald. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Chris Conley. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And to give this time to the tailback. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Chris Conley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mariota now to throw on first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mariota now on second down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep is Carlos Henderson. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught on the left side, Jaron Brown. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Let's go now.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Roethlisberger now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Here we go. Show that bench release and go.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Step out.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mario Edwards busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set. Like 20. Hey. All right, let's go. Back.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Copeland in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. A gain of 39 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff to Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
On third down, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So here come the Lions now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Eight. Black 80. Snickers, 66.
Now Roethlisberger. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Lions on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Blue 30.
Now Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Roethlisberger now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Snickers, you got to spin. Corner. Middle.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Jack 16. Set. Blue 30. Take both of them.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Lions on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception here, Mariota finding some room at midfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mariota now from the 50. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. This is caught at the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. This is screen to Abdullah. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Take both of them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. They get it to him running left. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mariota now on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Mariota now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Mariota. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Mariota finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Again, it's Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run again with a jive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, got three. Three down. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Good. One.
Here's Mariota. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun, Mariota. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye. Here's a run with Balaj. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Mariota to sneak it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they?
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Rhett Ellison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. On the return is Henderson. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Caught here by Conley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ajay, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now the Packers get set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
He's back to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Detroit,